an Italian folktale. The Enchanted Snake, an Italian folktale. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, a queen wished for a child more than anything in the world. She prayed to the heavens, visited wise women, and made offerings at sacred places. But year after year, she remained childless. One day, while walking alone in the royal gardens, she stopped beside a beautiful rose bush. As she leaned down to smell the flowers, she heard a tiny voice. "Do not be sad, my queen," it said. Startled, she looked around and found a small, golden-scaled snake coiled among the roses. "If you take me as your son," the snake continued, "I will bring you great happiness." The queen was both amazed and frightened, but her heart ached for a child. Could this be the answer to her prayers? Taking a deep breath, she gently picked up the snake and carried him back to the palace. A royal serpent. Years passed, and the snake grew to be wise and kind, speaking in a soft, intelligent voice. He loved his mother dearly and was treated as a prince. But outside the palace, people whispered, "Why does the queen love a serpent instead of a real child?" they said. Yet the snake never let their words trouble him. He spent his days studying, learning music, and showing kindness to all. But one day, he said something that shocked the queen. "Mother, it is time for me to marry. Find me the most beautiful maiden in the kingdom." The queen hesitated. Who would marry a snake? But she loved her son and wanted him to be happy, so she sent messengers across the land, inviting noble families to the palace. One by one, the daughters of dukes, lords, and barons arrived, but when they saw the snake, they all screamed and ran away. No one wanted to marry a talking serpent. Bride. Finally, a kind and gentle girl named Granonia, the daughter of a poor farmer, heard of the strange request. Unlike the others, she did not mock the idea. "The queen has always been kind to my family," she thought, "and if the snake is kind and wise, perhaps he is not so terrible." So she went to the palace and agreed to marry the snake. The wedding was grand, and as the ceremony ended, the queen wiped away her tears. "My son is loved, and that is all that matters," she thought. But that night, something incredible happened. The spell is broken. As soon as Granonia kissed the snake, he shed his skin and transformed before her eyes. Standing before her was not a serpent, but a handsome young prince with golden hair and deep, kind eyes. "A wicked fairy cursed me at birth," he explained. "I was doomed to live as a snake until a maiden agreed to marry me of her own free will. Your kindness has set me free." Granonia and the prince embraced, and the queen wept tears of joy. The kingdom rejoiced, and the news of the enchantment spread far and wide. The people who had once whispered in doubt now celebrated the couple, and the prince ruled with wisdom and kindness for many years to come. And so true love and bravery triumphed, proving that sometimes the most unexpected things lead to the greatest happiness.